welcome to Shamrock Rovers Fan TV. Now today I have my match preview for Shamrock Rovers against Derry City on the 9th of August at 5 o'clock at the Brandywell. Now to start the video off, we're going to talk about Derry City, who are currently 6th in the table. They've had an alright start to the season. They brought in Stephen Mallon at the start of the season, who has done very well, who I'm very worried about for this game. I think he's one of the players to watch out for. Danny Lopano is a very good player. There was a shaky incident in Bows and Derry when the ball went over the line. Danny Lopano cleared it and it was clearly over the line and it wasn't given as goals, which was quite strange. So that was a bad call given in their favour, which they shouldn't have. It should have been a goal for Bows, shouldn't it? Walter Figueroa was a big upset for Waterford fans when he left to join Derry. He's done very well. He rescued, he put the ball in and Adam Little rescued them a point against Finn Harps, which I felt bad for Harps because Derry are one of the best clubs in the country and Harps wouldn't be, I think they'll go down, so I felt bad for Harps not getting the 3 points. At least they got a point, but it wasn't great. I think Derry are a big threat to Bows for getting third place. I think Derry will get fourth. If Bows keep up the way they've been playing recently, I can't see Bows getting. Can't even see Bows getting fourth. Derry, the way they've played this year, I don't know if I couldn't see them getting third. So it's looking bright for teams like Shelbourne and St. Pat's. Pat's played very well against Dundalk, so they could be looking for Derry's spot, which is fourth place. Which would be great for Pat's. They were very lucky to get Europe off Waterford. It was unfortunate for Waterford. And Pats, I don't know if they'll get it this year. So I think Derry will be looking to get that fourth place, get Europe again, and that'll bring in a good bit of money and they can strengthen the squad again. I think the two biggest threats, obviously, would be Stephen Mallon and Walter Figueroa for this game. I'm worried about them. I think our defence can handle them. Hopefully they're not good at corners, attacking corners, because we have to improve on our defending corners. And I'm excited to see how we do defending corners this game because I hope Stephen's improved on them. Now the next part of the video will be how I feel going into the game as a Rovers fan, and I'm very excited. It's great having Rovers back. The Finn Harps game, I think we played very well in the first half. We were moving the ball around very well. Second half, we defended very well the second half, which was good because I think Harps looked a bit better than they did in the first half. I feel very confident going into the game. I'll get on to my score prediction and my 11 that I'd play for the game. It was very unfortunate that Sean Kavanagh couldn't play. He still out. Graham Burke couldn't start the game either, and there were doubts over Jack Byrne. There were doubts over him playing, and he did, and he scored a cracking goal and played very well. Definitely man of the match. So I'm hoping that we don't have any knocks, apart from Greg, which is still massive. I can't say how much we're going to miss him. We've brought in Aaron Bolger, who I don't think he's going to play this game, but hopefully comes over very soon. He might have to quarantine. I don't know if he was living in Ireland. Obviously, he plays at Cardiff, but I don't know if he was over in Ireland during lockdown. So if he is coming over from Cardiff, he'd have to quarantine, which means he won't be able to play this game. But it's great having him back. I think we've brought him in probably to replace Greg Bolger, which it's hard to replace Greg Bolger, to be honest. But I'm excited to see him because he was a great player while he was at the club, and it's only a loan deal, which I think it's only better because I want him to go on to do big things in his career because he's a great player. Our B team played against Drogheda and it was a big upset. I think a lot of people don't see how good we are actually, the B team. We drew 2-2. Liam Scales played that game and there was a lot of controversy over him playing. That could mean that he won't play this game because he did play for them, the B team. Drogheda scored a cracking goal to make it 2-2. It was very unfortunate we didn't get the win. I didn't see the game, but apparently the lads played very well. And they're going into the UCD game, and I'm hoping they win. I'm excited because we've got some great young players coming through who will probably be in the team the next couple of years, or even abroad, new and super. Now moving on to my starting 11. So in goal I've got Alan Manis, kind of has to be. He was very good in the game. Didn't have an awful lot to do. The second goal, I don't think it was anyone's fault. It was just the collective team together. He was unmarked at the back post. Everyone apart from him was marked. So maybe if he had another body back. But the back post is always a big threat, and you need to have someone there, even if there's no player there. But I couldn't say it was Manis's fault. He was looking over at the other side where the ball came into, and he was probably hoping someone would pick up O'Sullivan, and fortunately no one did. But he's the best keeper in the league, and I think he'll start. Now I'm going with a 5-4-1, which is what we did play in the last game. And at left wing back, I'm going with Neil Farrugia. I think I would actually play him because I think he's doing well. I think a goal or even an assist would do his confidence the world of good. So I actually think he will start the game, and maybe Kavanagh come on. I don't think Kavanagh will play because I think he is injured. That's why I have gone with Farrugia. I don't really think Lafferty will start as a left wing back. Maybe a left back would be a lot better. But Farrugia is very good at going attacking, and he's not bad at going defending either. Now at right wing back, I've gone with Roland Finn, the captain, definitely captain, leader, legend. I definitely think he'll start. He did very well against Finn Harps. So did the whole team, though. There wasn't a player that had a bad game. As a team, we did super in the Finn Harps game. Having him on the pitch, I think it boosts other players. He's a great leader on the pitch, and so is a lot of other players. I say this all the time, but we have so much leaders on the pitch, and we could easily replace him, not as a player, but as a captain, because we've got some great leaders, and he's you have to have a captain, obviously, in football, and he's just the person that Bradley puts down as captain. But like, we wouldn't have a problem replacing him as captain if he wasn't allowed to be captain, which won't happen. But if he leaves, Pico will be captain. There's no doubt he's a leader, and yeah, he's vice captain at the club, and you can see that on the pitch that he's the vice captain. Now at the first centre back, I've gone with Joey O'Brien, who I think he's a good player. I saw an interview with him. I read the interview. I saw a quote he put out. As he said, as a Shamrock Rovers fan, he wants Rovers to win all the games, and that's the mentality you should have as a player, which says it all, really. The players in lots of leagues, they don't play for the badge, but in this league, and these players, we play for the badge. And I don't know if Liam Scales will play. Obviously, he scored against Drogheda, and that could put him into the squad. I think he will play against UCD for the B team, not for the first team. And if he improves again, I think he'll play for the A team. It's not like he's only trying to get through. Like, he's a top player, and I rate him highly. I think since Joey has such a good game, I would play him. But Liam Scales, like, there's no doubt that he's not a good player. Now, the second centre-back, I've gone with Lee Grace, who, as I said, the whole team had a good game against Finn Harps. He's another leader on the pitch. He was dangerous from corners. So was Pico. And I could see him getting a goal in this game. I'll go on to my score prediction and who will score in a minute. But I could actually see him getting a goal. He's a top player, and there's no doubt that he's not up there as one of the best players in the league, not just defenders, but players in the league. Now, the third centre-back, I've gone with Roberto Lopez, who he's a top player. As I said already, he's the vice-captain, and you can see that on the pitch. If there wasn't an armband, you'd be very mixed up on who's the captain, which is why having an armband is great, because the captain is, because on the pitch, he's a leader. We're organised at the back, and he's a big reason for that. Now, the first player in midfield, out on the right, I think it would be Jack Byrne, super player, scored a cracking free kick against Finn Harps. Since we haven't had much football in a while, this is kind of a review of the game, the Finn Harps and Rovers game, because I have to go over what we've seen from them recently, and that's the only game. It was a great ball into McInnes, and the same with the Dylan Watts ball. I didn't think much of the ball he gave into McInnes, but it was a good ball. Like, he was out on the left, and McInnes was out on the right wing. So across the pitch on the floor is very hard to do, and he did it because he's Jack Byrne. Now, out on the left, I'm going with Dylan Watts, who actually played there last time. I think he will kind of pull in just behind the striker, and then the two centre mids, who I'll say who I think will play there in a minute, which is what he did. He's not really playing out on the left, just for defending he is, and then for attacking it's 3-4-3. Now, the first midfielder, I'm going with Aaron McInnes, who scored such a good goal against Finn Harps. He scores belters all the time. The chant is not made up. It's fact to every single word in that chant. He's probably the best midfielder in the league, up there with Chris Shields. Derry, he's going to play against his old club, Derry, who he's had great moments against them in different times. That chip down the middle, the Panenka going viral on social media, that was a great goal. And there's other moments we've had against Derry as well. Now, beside McInnes is going to be Gary O'Neill, who played against Finn Harps and had a good game, just like everyone else. We have a very big headache making a squad because there's so much good players we have. And some of the players are very lucky to get into the squad. And there's top players in this team that are lucky to get in. Greg Bulger's injury will benefit some players, won't benefit the team. It could benefit the team in a way where you could see some youngsters, but it won't benefit how we play and our results, because I think it'll be a lot different with Greg. Now, up top, I'm going with Rory Gaffney, who I think will play. Green, I think Rory will play, because I don't think Aaron Green did too well against Finn Harps. He did alright, but not in the position he was playing, unless it was a tactic. I don't know, but it wasn't a good tactic, really, pushing out the striker onto the left. If Bradley wanted to play Green, he'd play him out on the left, I think. So I think Rory Gaffney will start, and I'd play him. He's a top player. We're lucky to have him. Since I don't know if Bradley is going to bring in another striker at the end of the season, because Rory won't be. I don't think he'll be at the team for too long. I think he might go back over to England, because he's a top player, and if he's not getting game time at Rovers, there's no point in being here. Now, on to my score prediction. I'm going with 3-1 Rovers, and I think Jack Byrne will score. I think McInnes will score, and I think Roberto Lopez from a header. And I think for Derry, Walter Figueroa will score. And it'll probably be a Stephen Mallon assist. I'm not saying it will be, but it's more than likely to be. Stephen Mallon's a very good player. I think I'll have a good game. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.